anybody share any experiences that you've had as far as early childhood? I certainly, can speak to Chicago and what's happening in Chicago and somewhat what's happening in our partners, but I'd be really curious if you have other experiences as far as multimedia in the early childhood realm, or other challenges that you see?
We try aggressively to market it, say New York City.
Good question. Have we tried aggressively to market it? So far, the marketing that we've done with Virtual Pre K has been through conferences. That we presented conferences, and people come up to us at the end and say, "I'd like to learn more." I'm the marketing person, the implementation person, the professional development person. So realizing that the marketing is an important piece of what we do, but not necessarily having the resources to do heavy marketing. We do get press regularly, especially when our new partner sites come on board and they get nice local press. And so that's most of the marketing we've done is through conferences. And that's kind of, it's grown at a nice pace, at least from my perspective, being the one person that's really working on it. That's what we've been working on so far.
How does your partnership work with Dallas, for instance? How do you keep them? Are you working together with them, or do you just throw it out and let them fly?
That's a good question. So when a school district joins this kind of idea of the national network, we really want them to feel that they're not just getting a bunch of kids to go kind of run off and start playing with, although they're welcome to run off and start playing with them, but they're tapping into a network of educators that are implementing this resource and have ideas and ways to share it. So the way that the relationship starts is that there's a initial professional development. We sometimes do a train-the-trainer model. We sometimes do a direct training model. In Dallas, we in-service their 275 teachers over a couple of days on how to use Virtual Pre K. And then we have these quarterly video conferences for the administrators who are implementing the program to talk about how implementation is going and hear from the other partner sites with ideas. There's a portion of each video conference which we call our kind of sharing from the field, and so each partner signs up for one video conference when they share one way that they've found success in using Virtual Pre K, and other partner districts can hear about that and learn from it. I go back every year for an in-person visit and help with strategic planning and implementation for the following year. And sometimes the partner district will have gone through a train-the-trainer and they continue training themselves, and in other cases, I'll come back with a team of teachers from Chicago and we'll continue to do professional development in an ongoing way. But we really are focused very much on this idea of community, and that seems to really resonate with the districts that we work with, that which is let's learn from each other and try and continue a dialogue that doesn't just end with a box, but that kind of goes beyond that. And we've gotten tips for other grants and other ways to implement the resource, and that's kind of come from this community building idea that's just starting to get community building in the social networking sense. It's really started from that most literal sense, community building, and now we're tapping into video conferencing and chat rooms and other ways to connect and build that sense of community as well. So it's definitely an ongoing relationship, and certainly we get together as a family about every other year. We have an idea exchange, and so we'll meet in person, usually around the NACE, the National Early Childhood Conference, a couple days before. And that's a chance for us to get together in person and again share what's happening, and we usually do some professional development. Sometimes it's in Chicago, and sometimes our other partner districts will host that idea exchange.
And you're doing this all alone, you yourself?
I'm not alone. I have consultants that are helping me in Chicago implement in Chicago. And of course all the teachers that are working on it out in the field. But I'm the primary person who's kind of overseeing the larger functioning of the resource. So it gets a little tricky, especially now that I have 2 kids. But it seems to be working so far. So I have a very understanding husband and great help at home. So yes.
I'm curious about the 94% adoption rate, which is remarkably high, given that, and that's almost everybody, and you said that it's a group of people who have less of a technology background. Could you just give some more details about how you were able to achieve that? I'm even surprised that you have 94% of the people with internet access in the preschool.
Right, well, that's why that figure, it means that they're accessing the resource at some level. That doesn't mean that they're all using the 94% are using the website or 94% are using the CD-ROM. That means they're implementing the virtual pre-K program, which boils down to this idea of hands-on activities in the classroom and hands-on activities at home. So the teacher may just be opening up the teacher manual and implementing virtual pre-K that way, or the teacher may be going online, participating in the chat, getting an idea and implementing it that way. So it doesn't mean that 94% of our teachers are online and engaging in virtual pre-K through the computer. It means that 94% of the teachers have found an entranceway, whether it be through a print version of the resource or whether it be through the website, that they've found an entrance and are applying the resource in what they do. Does that make sense?
So you're behaving a lot like a publisher of supplemental materials for the classroom, for the pre-K classroom.
In a way, it's kind of a quasi, because it's grown from the field, but at the same time, it's now moving outside of Chicago. It's an awkward relationship for a school district to then be serving other school districts. There's a lot of excitement around it, and a lot of enthusiasm at our board level, because it's like, hey, something that Chicago created is then going outside. We're getting some funding that's coming in. It's not huge amounts of money, but it's helping us to continue the program in Chicago. But it's not without its challenges. So it's kind of an interesting relationship, but I think why I'm here is that there are opportunities. I don't think virtual pre-K is the only example of something that can be developed very grassroots level but have implications beyond. And publishers are the ones that can help take something that's grassroots and move it beyond. And teachers are great with ideas and great with coming up with concepts, but maybe not always putting it into a package that is then very easily accessible beyond teacher to teacher. So I think that there's opportunities there, and